Good morning.
Good morning.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
All right. Well, let's start the debate. What kind of music is that? Is it hip hop? Is it rock? Is it disco? Or is it just a new category called corporate music?
I think it's just corporate music.
I think so too.
I'll
Because
vote for corporate.
you only hear it at a convention or a something like that. They call them sizzle videos, but the
Hmm.
music is kind of hard to classify, isn't it?
Right.
Right. Well, good. Thank you for coming. Beautiful spring day.
Yes.
Summer's coming. That's June, isn't it? June, middle of June. Something like that.
I think that's when it starts.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's dig in.
Shelley voted corporate too.
Corporate music. Mhm. Yeah. Well, it's not gospel music.
No, or hip hop or any of
Hip hop. I can't. Bad disco. It could be very bad disco. All right, let's get started. It's May 8th. No, it isn't. I got the wrong blog. Let me pull up the other blog. Here we go. It's May 15th. It's May 15th. Let's talk real estate. There are a couple of nice posts for honoring Memorial Day, which is later this month. And that is to remember veterans of the wars. I think those fallen soldiers is what this is intended to memorialize. All right. My message today starts with the power of dedication. And these are Mike Ferry points that he's brought to us recently. And so he goes through these. Dedication is a feeling of very strong support for someone or something. And we need to remember that this is your job, what you're doing right now. You should have no question marks in your mind about the fact that you are dedicated 100% to improving your productivity and improving the real estate experience that you offer to your clients. At Century 21 North Star, our programs are all about productivity. We are dedicated and we have very strong support for everybody, including you, that wants to accomplish something. Talks about harnessing the power of positivity. And that's all of the actions that we're taking. Everything we're doing, everything we're saying, everything we're thinking, all these actions we're taking are either positive or negative. Being positive is thinking about the good qualities of someone or something that you do. How positive are you about following your schedule, for example? How positive are you about being strong when you're working with a buyer or seller? How positive are you that you are as good as anybody at getting a contract signed? Do you honestly believe that you can get that contract signed? When you believe in what you're doing, that belief then formulates itself into positive words and actions that you take on a regular basis. And then finally, embracing lifelong learning. And learning is the activity of gaining knowledge or skills by studying, practicing, or being taught something. So this learning continues throughout your life. And if you learn nothing else in life, you need to learn that it never stops. You start in kindergarten and it is a constant thing, whether it's your academic world or your vocation or your hobby. You got a lot to learn throughout the entire thing. And similar to attending school, the process of selling real estate must be studied. So somebody wants to buy and somebody wants to sell. Our job is to get in the middle of that conversation and help them buy or sell. We're always learning how to get in the middle on what to say and what to do. The knowledge that we gain through learning is never going to go away. It's going to be in our head forever, but we have to activate it and use the knowledge that we have. So engage in the activity of gaining knowledge or skills by studying, practicing, or being taught something. So let's take advantage of the new year, what's expected to be a great real estate market and is a great real estate market. Remember to treat your business like a business. Let's look at our listings.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so I looked at, we have 22 listings. That's because they sell. We have very low inventory across the nation today. And let me move this, show everything on this one page. And oh, I have to ask about that. So Kuhn, what's new in Portland?
We have a lot of stuff going on. We had a bunch of new listings come on the market, but they've already gone pending.
Yeah.
The ones that came on the market last week got accepted offers in less than a week. So congrats to Faye on getting her listing under contract. We have Nick also under contract with his listing in Southeast Portland. And my listing went under contract yesterday as well. Let's see, Michelle's listing in Tigard went under contract
Oh,
yesterday.
good.
And we have a brand new listing from Shauna in North Portland. Do you want to talk about your new listing, Shauna?
Sure. It's a beautiful condo right on the Columbia River. 1,000, I'm confusing it with the different one. 1,023 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Watch the video. It's gorgeous. I don't know. It's pretty easy to see that it's the upper end. I said corner, but they call it end units there. So it's an end unit. So you have a view of the river, the bridge, the lights, 2 mountains. Unfortunately, the video couldn't show the mountain views because there was some cloud cover over in that area, but definitely one of my very best close friends who is going to relocate after retiring from tennis coaching. So yeah, it's just a beautiful, beautiful spot. We go there quite often. The Christmas ships go right past there. So you can see it from that balcony. There's a balcony in the master upstairs as well that you can see the bay and the courtyard from. So it's just a really desirable unit. So I'm hoping to get some action on it quickly.
That's really nice. Condo dues?
660 a month.
That's not bad for the water.
Well, and it includes a lot. There's an indoor pool, there's an outdoor pool that overlooks the bay. There's a rec center, weight rooms, it has everything.
All right.
Nice.
Very good. Very good. What else we have? It said 178th is new. Is that still active?
No, that's my listing that just went pending yesterday.
That's right. That's right. That's got some nice solar panels.
Yeah. My client decided to invest in some solar panels. She says it saved her a lot on her energy bills.
Okay.
And, yeah, she bought this house about 6 years ago and put a lot of work into it, and now she's ready to move on.
Very nice. That's a good roof for solar panels.
Yes.
That's a good installation. Okay. All right. Shauna, you were telling us about your Portland listing. What are your agents doing in Washington?
We had 3 closings. Stephen Burright had 1. I had 2. I had a huge price reduction on my 26th Street property. I reduced to $365,000. And I am already getting interest. I'm hoping to get an offer before the end of the weekend, because if it doesn't sell, we're pulling it off the market. He's going to come in, do all the repairs and upgrading, and either rent it or sell it with us. So really good client. It's just been a tough sell.
Okay.
What else?
Yeah, if anybody knows someone who needs, what would you call it, a mild
Last
fixer,
year
a
she was a
cosmetic
really total
fixer,
terror. Huh?
or what would you call
Oh.
it?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. What?
Would you call that a cosmetic fixer?
It is mostly a cosmetic fixer. This is the one I talked to you about yesterday that you just backed me up on yesterday. It
Right.
smells really bad. It was not taken care of by the renters previously, so that carpet looks way better than it really is. It smells super bad, and if you can see, there's tile missing. It is a cosmetic fixer, but there's enough repair in it that it isn't move-in ready, and it's not in a, investor's fixer category because there's not a big margin to make money. So just been really hard.
Just hard to sell. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's tough. Yeah, there is a little spot there where an investor can't make enough money on it because there's not enough to do.
It's gonna make somebody a good rental probably if they held on to it.
Right. That's right.
But so now with the price drop, we're hoping that will entice. We started out at 420 and we're 465. So what is that, 55,000? That's a good drop.
Okay, so that one's ready to go.
Mhm.
Thank you. Mario, how are things in Idaho?
We're doing great. Augie received an accepted deal on his $1.2 million farm ranch, and he also wrote up an accepted offer on a Caldwell home. Jeff wrote up an accepted offer on a townhome in Caldwell. And for closing, we have Lee and Sean closed on Lee's listing on Lakeshore last Friday. And then I have one that's closing next week. So we're moving forward. We currently have about Augie has 4 listings currently. Jeff has 1 and Lee has 1 for a total of 6.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, excellent. I'm looking for something to highlight here. Now this looks familiar. We've had this one for some time. This West Mountain Ash Loop in Nampa at 475.
Yeah, it's been on the market for 37. Oh no, sorry. It's been on the market for a while. Yes.
Yeah. How are you going to get them to reduce the price? It's over.
I'll have to talk to Augie about that, but yeah.
Yeah. It's overpriced. I know nothing about the house other than I've seen it before.
Yep.
This market, it's
Okay.
overpriced. Okay, good. That's excellent. So congratulations, everybody. Good work. And it's a good market. I was talking to Mark Whitmer, our corporate liaison, and talking about our sales, and we're doing better than most other Century 21s as far as an increase in sales this year. So congratulations to everybody.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. July 15th is the Mike Ferry Superstar Retreat. That's the big one at the Venetian in Las Vegas. So give that some consideration if you can. And if you find yourself in Florida in July, there's another opportunity to participate with Century 21 and the conference, the Realtor Conference, the National Realtor Conference in November. Do we have any lunch and learns on the schedule yet? Cool.
Yes, we have one at the end of the month, May 30th. Thursday, May 30th at noon. We will have representatives from OREF presenting the new buyers representation forms. There'll be a new packet for us to go over. They'll be here in person. So come join us on the 30th. There'll be lunch provided, and it will actually be an hour-and-a-half CE class. There's a lot of information to go over. So this one's an important one. So hopefully you guys can make it.
I'll be there.
Sounds good. Yep, I'll be sending out notifications today with more information about it.
Okay. Okay. And I know Mario, we're going to send out something right away. Is that my
Yeah,
understanding?
I sent an email yesterday to everyone in Caldwell Branch. I copied Kuhn and Shauna and you, John, and Nick, inviting everyone. For those of you who want to join in on the on our lunch and learn meeting via Zoom. I presented the agenda and what the meeting will be about. We may, if I can, add one more thing, but for now, that's the agenda.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Well,
Me-
I'm looking forward to that. In fact, I will, Nick and I will fly out and be there. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you too.
Yeah.
I'll be
Nice.
there remotely.
Yes.
Wonderful. Hey, the more the better. You know, I would like to expose the Fidelity National Title Company and their new partner to as many Century 21 people as we can. And I know that they will be pleased the more people we have.
Yeah.
Excited. They're excited to join us and to attend this meeting for us. So I would love if you guys could attend, especially those in Portland and Oregon and Washington, Vancouver.
Okay. Okay. And Shauna, it sounds like you had some training on that day too.
We just do our Inspire group that morning, but
Was it
our
group?
next, I'm moving stuff around because I want to attend all the stuff that's going on with the other offices. But I am firming up a lunch and learn for May 7th. And it will be that field trip one I told you about. She's double checking the spots available. I told her about it before, so hopefully I asked for six seats, so hopefully I get those and at least enough for the people who want to go here in Vancouver. It's actually in Ridgefield, Washington. So it's performed with a builder, so it'll be really a really good one. And then I
So
have
what
a
is it? What
safety-
is it exactly?
It's called Dirt to Doorknobs. And it's about new construction. And so they teach a class to real estate agents about the process of that. And they're gonna provide lunch and it'll be a really good class. A lot of people like new construction, so it's good to keep keep educated on the process going on there right now.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
I'm also trying to plan a safety class. I have a person who's wanting to come in and do a realtor safety class. So that'll be fun. I haven't got that date nailed down quite yet.
Okay. Okay. How's the market? I'm wondering, where are we? Excuse me. 10:21. I wanted to play a video, and I think I'll play it now before we do our How's the Market. And it's about 5 minutes. And it is from somebody you might be familiar with, you might not be. It's Tom Ferry, the son of Mike Ferry.
Did
And
you know that your bank account is
me-
a direct reflection of your beliefs, thoughts?
do this. Let me let this play. And he talks about the question, how's the market? And it's very interesting. Let's have a listen.
Every single week in real estate with the right script. For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you.
Okay, he talks for 2 minutes about himself, and you can review that at your leisure. Let's get right into what his topic is.
Because it's free and most people blow it. What's the question? And what do most people say? Take a look. The question's pretty simple. Hey, you're in real estate. How's the market? Now, it's always some variation of that. How's the market? How's your business? What's going on? The reality is, my friends, think about it right now. How many times in the last 30 days, just go through your mind, have you been asked at an open house, online, face-to-face, at a social function, at a soccer game with your kids, over summer camp, hey, how's real estate? How's the market? What's going on? These are the things that I hear, and I've heard it for the last 20 years as I travel around all over the place talking to great agents. How's the market? The market's great. Where do you go from there? What value does that deliver to the prospect that, hey, how's the market? The business is great. Or, hey, it's really slow right now in the high end. Great, I'm thinking about selling my $5 million apartment and you just told me it's slow. I guess I'll go find someone that thinks it's fast, that thinks it's moving, that wants to help me sell my property. How do most agents respond? Great, it's slow on the high end. I'm busy. I don't care. How's the market? I'm busy. No. I'm asking you because you're a real estate professional. How is the market right now? What is that person thinking about? They might be thinking, I want to sell my house. They might be thinking, I've got my aunt who just passed away, God bless her, and I've got to sell her property. I'm responsible for that. And I'm asking the question, how's the market? What's going on? I'm looking to get exposed. I'm looking to get information. And your response is, great. Your response is, it's slow on the high end. Your response is, it's tough to get a loan right now. The reality is, my friends, most people don't think of this opportunity as a gold mine. And that's how I see it. I believe you could stand in line at Starbucks. You could sit at Starbucks, open up, I don't like Starbucks. Okay, go to Pete's, go to wherever you like to go, I don't care. Go to Dunkin' Donuts, right? Go someplace. If you just stand there and enough people walk by you and you're wearing your company name badge and your laptop or your iPad is out and you've got your headset on and you're making a few phone calls and you're being productive, you're doing what you do as a busy real estate professional, 15 or 20 people are gonna say, hey, you're in real estate, how's the market? What's going on? And here's what our experience tells us. The vast majority of the people blow that opportunity. Think about it. They're prospecting you and you blow the opportunity because you don't know what to say. You're like, okay, Tom, I get it. What should I say? Let me give you a little script. You ready? By far, one of the best scripts I've ever written in my life. How's the market? The best script ever. You know, it really depends. Now watch the tonality. Listen to the tonality. Watch the physical side. You know what? It really depends. Are you interested in buying, selling, investing, or renting? Which part of the market are you most interested in? They're all very different. Now, if you paid attention, you saw this: buying, selling, investing, or renting. And I'm being facetious because if you're in a rental market, you shouldn't do this, you should do this. Here's the point. They asked me, how's the market? You and I both know that's interest rates, buying. Is it a buyer's market? Is it a seller's market? Are they interested in investing? Are they thinking about commercial? Are they thinking about multifamily? Are they thinking about buying land? There's so many options and directions that consumer could be going in. If you don't help them narrow the focus to get more specific, guess what you get? You go, oh, the market's great. And they go, okay, thanks. And they walk away saying to themselves, another dumb real estate agent that doesn't know what's going on in the marketplace. You and I need to solve that. So I know you're going to see the script all over this video. How's the market? It really depends. Are you interested in buying, selling, investing, or renting? Because each of those are very different. Which part of the market are you most interested in? Which part of the market are you most interested in? And now all of a sudden they say, well, you know, we've been thinking about selling. You know where to go from there, right? Well, you know, I've been thinking about buying, but I'm not sure, and trying to time it, and I've got to sell my house before I buy the next one, and I've heard that's kind of complicated. What you're doing is you're opening them up. You're bringing them value by helping them narrow their focus, and get specific about what it is that they want. And then you can help them by bringing more value about each one of these. Now, I get this all the time, but what if they just say, well, I'm just curious. This happens. You're going to do this. The more you use this script, you know, it really depends. You're going to buy, sell, invest, or rent. They're all very different. Which part of the market are you interested in? The more you use this script, and you're going to use it a lot, and you're going to start winning a lot, my friends. There is a big percentage of the time they're just going to say, I don't know, you're in real estate. I'm just curious. Then you could say, are you curious about the value of your home? Are you curious about the value of the community you live in, or maybe someone you love? And they go, well, as a matter of fact, you know, my mother-in-law has got a house in upstate New York, and she's getting older. We're thinking about moving her down to Florida, and, you know, just kind of, you know, well, gosh, I know agents all over the world. If I could assist you by helping you find another real estate professional like myself that cares and is really good at what they do, would that be of value? Could I get your email? Could I get a cell phone? And I'll make that connection to my friend Jillian, who happens to be in Albany, and she'll get you connected. The reality is, my friends, even if they give you this, there's another opportunity to go deeper. Now, you've heard about our event Sales Edge. You know I'm a fan of this. What you say matters. The number one question you get hey, you're in real estate. How's the market? The way you answer that could be, great, it's slow, I'm busy, it's good, or, it's okay, or, oh, I'm running really fast. Or you could really see this as an opportunity where they're prospecting you, and by asking a better question and delivering a little bit of value and helping them narrow their focus, you can absolutely start generating appointments and opportunities all over the world because you know what to say. So do me a favor, give me some comments, especially if you've been a longtime Tom Ferry fan. If you've used this script before, because this is something I've been teaching for many, many years, give me some comments, give me some feedback. Let the other listeners know how it's influenced you and how it's helped you grow your business or be a little more effective in that moment of truth when they ask the number one question you get every single month.
There we go. Okay. We'll leave it at that for him. And it was very interesting. Any comments on that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it.
Me
Good.
too. Go ahead, Kat. Sorry.
Well, Kat liked it.
I liked it too. I think that it's good to always have more perspectives, and he brought a little bit. Well, he just lets you know how important it is to know the answer to that question. It's super important. And what not to say. That's a good thing to know too. What not to say. I'm busy. Sometimes honestly, when people ask, I just, I don't feel like answering it. But it is such a good opportunity because you do get it asked, and it's nice. I'm glad you I was just making sure that it's listed on here so I can go back and listen to it again.
Okay. Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I think that's a great video. I think taking that opportunity to ask more questions to find out what that person is actually asking, how's the market? Well, why are you asking? Are you looking to buy or sell, rent or invest? Let me dig deeper, see what your needs are. And I like how he said that they're prospecting you. They're looking to see if you are the right real estate agent for them, or the right real estate agent for their family members or somebody they know. I think it's a great way to respond to that question we always get. How's the market?
Right.
Okay. Well, I agree. I like it. Now, I would say put it in perspective. What's the situation? Because somebody asking you how's the market may just be a polite question in a social event. It's an intelligent question to ask a realtor. And, maybe don't read too much into it, but yeah. Why do they want why is that of interest to them? You find out if it is. So I think it's a great reminder that you can take that question a little bit further. I wouldn't, I don't know, I would do exactly what he did. I think I would tell them something first and then ask them, how does this pertain to them? But yeah, it's so that video is posted on here. If that interests you, have another look at it. But you got to have something to tell them. So what we have here, we have the regional MLS statistics reports. They're posted for for March, and April should be out. So I'll make sure we get that up there next week. Interest rates decreased slightly, still expected to drop more in 2024. The 30-year fixed is 7.09. Mortgage rates decreased for the first time in 5 weeks, but still remain above 7, keeping pressure on potential home buyers and sellers alike. The number of available homes for sale has grown slightly over the last few months, but most homeowners are still reluctant to sell right now, since for many, it would mean trading in on a historically low interest rate for one that's hovering near a 20-year high. And I think this is the first time we've ever been in a situation like that. So it's a little bit of a new ground. But the market is strong right now. 7.09, there's a chart to share with your clients. The consumer price index 3.3, that's what's driving all this, and that's what's driving the Fed's decisions. And they announced recently that they still plan to lower rates later this year. Now, I don't know what that's going to equate to in mortgage rates, but they are telling us they're going to lower rates. The absorption rate today is 2.3 months of inventory, which means it is a seller's market, at least in the Portland metro area. And Kuhn, we have a report on from the National Association of Realtors on home prices.
Yeah, just came out a couple days ago. This is about Q1, about single-family home prices. Let's see what they have to say. National Association of Realtors reported that home prices continued to rise in the first quarter of 2024. National median prices rose 5% year over year to $389,000, while median home prices fell by 0.5% compared to the previous quarter. Of the 221 metro areas, 28.5% had double-digit year-over-year price increases in the first quarter of 2024. Monthly mortgage payments on a single-family home in the first quarter increased 9.3% to a little over $2,000 compared to $1,864 a year ago. Qualifying median family incomes fell to a little over $97,000 compared to the fourth quarter of 2023, which was $103,000, but were $89,000 a year ago. So that means the qualifying median is how much the family needs to make to qualify for a home. The effective 30-year fixed mortgage rate increased 6.83% in the first quarter of 2024 compared to 6.44% 1 year ago. Median family incomes rose to a little over $100,000 in the first quarter of 2024 compared to $95,954 a year ago. So families are making a little more compared to a year ago, which is a good sign. Knowing the mortgage rates and the qualifying incomes for down payments will help potential homeowners figure out what metro areas are affordable for them. Below are some charts of like the top 5 single-family metro areas, as well as the bottom 5 with the highest and the lowest price appreciation in Q1 of 2024. If we look at the charts, the top 5 ones looks like they're kind of in the Midwest and a little bit in the South. And they rose somewhere between a little under 20% to a little over 20%. But the bottom 5 is on the east side. It looks like there's one in Boulder, Colorado, and a couple in Florida and New York. But those dropped by somewhere between 2% to 15%. Those are the bottom.
Elmira's in trouble, New York.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've never been, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, if we keep on looking, there's the other chart shows the most expensive markets, which is California and Hawaii. Makes sense in the West. And the least expensive areas are just throughout the country. Some in Elmira is the least expensive, one of the least expensive, and a couple in Ohio, Illinois, and Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's 143 compared to 18. Oh my.
Wow.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Okay. Okay.
So there's still affordable homes out there. Not in the West, but definitely.
That Golden Coast still draws them.
Right.
Well, I thought something that's remarkable. I thought was the median family income is $100,000. I don't remember seeing that high before.
It rose in the first quarter compared to a year ago.
Okay, well, that's positive.
For sure.
Okay. Okay, thank you. This is posted here. And so that's there for you to review. And let's see, how is the market? Let me just do one here. And Mario, can you tell us how the market is in your area?
Yes. Here in Idaho, in Camden County and Ada County, Caldwell, we are seeing an increase in home prices as interest rates are expected to drop this year. Canyon County is currently at a seller's market due to shorter market times and increased prices. The average days on the market is down to 36 days from 47 days, and the median home prices is $463,490 with a 1,194 active listings. Interest rates are currently at 7.09%, are expected to go down over time. This is a great time to list while it's still favorable to sellers, and buyers also benefit from dropping interest rates.
Okay. So good time to buy in a strong market in Idaho. And I will see if these graphics have been updated yet, and I'll bring those to you. And it's easy to copy and paste anything off of this blog to put out to your clients. Here is the training schedule. And yeah, let's have a little discussion if I have it here. Actually, I wanted to do pre-qualifying today. I don't think we've done that. Shauna, does it sound like we've done that in the last few months?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. Why don't you get us started and we'll review these points on
Sure.
pre-qualifying.
Sure. Remember that pre-qualifying will set you apart from the competition because it makes you look more professional. 95% of your competition does not pre-qualify.
Wow.
Yeah. So what is pre-qualifying? I thought the lender pre-qualified.
That's a great question because honestly, until we started teaching this this stuff here in the Mike Ferry organization, I probably didn't do a good job of that in the past, but it does help my business quite a bit. And what it does is it finds out the motivation of either the buyer or the seller.
You're pre-qualifying for their motivation. Why are they doing what they're doing? Yeah, this was a game changer for me when we went to this the Mike Ferry system and hear what he had to say. And I can't imagine anybody not pre-qualifying because it answers all the questions. It answers so many questions you're going to have and be asking perhaps after you should already know. So they've laid it out so well of everything you need to know before you get started.
Right. And it does set you apart because for one, you're asking them questions so they feel important and they think that you're paying attention to their wants and their needs, which a lot of agents are not going to do that. It's just,
No, they're not.
mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. Like you said, I can't imagine not doing that now, but it does set you apart because they think that you care and that you're more professional, that you got your stuff together.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, go ahead.
Have your lender pre-qualify every buyer from a financial standpoint, and you will pre-qualify regarding their home and their motivation.
Okay.
I kind of just talked, but the lending part is really important. Yeah, and you're also going to pre-qualify them to see if they're working with other agents.
Absolutely. Those all go together. Yeah. Okay.
Look for people who have to sell versus those who simply want to sell. While you are pre-qualifying them, have to sell would mean that they need a bigger home, a smaller home, they're getting a divorce, financial issues, relocation, growing the family for the kids, or the kids are now gone.
Right.
So yeah, so somebody says, yeah, I think I kind of want, I mean, I get that all the time, and that's, the motivation is very low then, and you know, they just want to waste your time. Don't go there.
Right. Okay.
Spend more time pre-qualifying and less time building a relationship. I'm sorry, spend more time pre-qualifying, less time building a relationship in order to build the quality of your business.
Yeah, that one's interesting.
It is because as you're pre-qualifying their motivation, you're going to be building their relationship with them just naturally, I guess.
They seem to go together. Yeah. All right.
The Mike Ferry rules on pre-qualifying are A, pre-qualify 100% of your prospects, no exceptions. Use 100% of the pre-qualifying questions, no exceptions. B, if you have a staff, it is often easier to have them ask the pre-qualifying questions rather than yourself. Don't be afraid to let your staff ask. Now, that would be not just your staff, but that would be your lender. So a lot of times, when I know that's an important step that they haven't done, I will stop right where I am and go to that direction before I keep my pre-qualification process going, because it's a moot point if they can't, or if they're not realistic in what they can do. So
Yes.
definitely, that's your staff too. It's not, you don't need to call them your staff, but your partner, your team partners, people that you work with.
Sure. Okay.
Pre-qualifying allows you to set standards for those who want as clients, establish minimum standards.
That's
I'm-
a good aspect of this, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I really feel like that is a thing right now for me in my career and in just this market. I have had so many buyers who are really unmotivated, or sellers, and I had one call me recently, and I just don't know if it's, the type of business that I want to do is chasing something that's probably never going to happen. When your business is slow and you want to do more, you might tend to do that, but probably not a good idea. If you have a feeling, follow your gut feeling on that. More than once I've made a mistake and went down that road and wished I hadn't. So
It's true. The interview goes both ways. They're interviewing you and you're interviewing them. Or yeah, if their motivation isn't sufficient, you may not have time to work with them. Very true.
right. Yeah, well, because in those pre-qualifying questions, if they want to sell their house and buy another house, but their house needs to be pretty much torn down and rebuilt, and they want to buy a house with the money it just doesn't work. So maybe it's not worth that phone call back. Maybe they should, maybe there's somebody better for that job than myself.
Right. Right. So what does he talk about here? When possible, do your pre-qualifying while setting the appointment. It saves time. And those of you who heard me before know that I think you should have your home office, and you should have all these printed papers available to grab. And the pre-qualifying script for either a buyer or a seller is one of those. And you fill that out while you're talking to them, and then you keep it with you. And when you do meet them, when you go to do your listing appointment, obviously, or when you work with them as a buyer, you have that. So you remember who you're talking to, and you can quickly just see all of the points. Oh, they're going to Hawaii for a new job. Okay, that affects everything. That affects how much they're going to offer. That affects how they're going to negotiate. These critical components.
Yep, definitely. And it helps because sometimes you're doing one thing and you just get thrown into another thing. So if you're doing the next thing, whereas that you're always practicing and role playing and the pre-qualifying questions, it's going to help you with your confidence, better results, more appointments, stronger mindset, and more contract signs. So if you're doing one thing, like you're in the middle of an inspection negotiation and and you finish that and you get a phone call, it's so much easier if you have it written out. You have it in your car, you have it in your office, you have something you can grab just to help you along. I mean, it doesn't matter how many years you've been in, you're human, and it's really hard to change gears that quickly sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Pre-qualifying will allow you to have more energy while going on presentations. Absolutely. There's nothing like being prepared. That's the greatest feeling, is to go into a situation prepared and just ready for anything. You're very relaxed and ready to present it. Or what are these points?
Well, what happens when agents do not pre-qualify their appointments? This is a good one. This is
Yeah.
what not to do and why. They spend a lot of time frustrated with themselves. Yeah, like, why didn't I ask them if they had a real estate agent? They take overpriced listings and take listings for short periods of times.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that can happen. They work too many non-income producing hours. That's the most frustrating to me. You know, you're not a taxi service, a free taxi service. I had a listing appointment 2 weeks ago. The lady wanted me to pick her up, and I told her, I'm sorry, my policy is that I never pick up people to take them to their own house for a listing appointment or to any place for the very first time. It's just my policy. I just don't do that. And she was like, okay, well, I'll get a ride. And it was no big deal. But I also have had people who are calling you to get a ride someplace. That actually happens, folks. So it's just my policy not to. They significantly reduce their hour rate of pay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you get a good commission, your per hour rate is pretty good, right? If you don't pre-qualify people, that's going to go down quite a bit. They usually do not prospect, and they do not have very many appointments
That's right.
because
Okay.
they're not trained. Yeah, trained, so they don't do those things.
Okay. Okay. So that's the agent we don't want to be. And those are important points. Taking listings for a short period of time. What's their motivation? Not very good, is it?
Right.
They're wishy-washy. They don't know what they're going to do. They're not serious. So what happens to agents that do pre-qualify their appointments? They can focus on activities that lead to income. They're much more focused. They're able to choose the clients that they want to work with, right? Pre-qualifying their clients. And they have less client problems and more business. So as you look at the scripts, they're not really scripts. They're just bullet points of questions. And as you look at them, it becomes apparent that knowing the answers to that will solve all of these. And you don't want to be shy about asking those questions. All right, take us through the rest of these, Shauna.
Sure. Nothing drains your energy and your motivation faster than going on a non-qualified appointment.
Yeah, you've made that clear already.
Yeah, well, and then you're all dressed up and no place to go, pretty much.
Right.
We should be listing 75% of the people we make presentations to. Pre-qualify intensely increases that percentage. Yeah, so you're going on the ones that are going to actually list or buy, and you're going to be more prepared because you asked all the questions and you know what to say when you're there in front of them because you know what's important to them. So that's a huge part of it. My percentage of signatures went up so much. Like probably, I was about a 50-50 to closer to 75-80 on my presentation times to get signatures. So highly recommend the system.
Yeah.
When pre-qualifying, the client's answers are vague or unclear. Don't be afraid to ask additional questions to determine their motivation. Yeah, they might not even really understand what you're asking them. So keep digging in for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Pre-qualifying will draw out objections in advance. This way you can be more proactive on your listing presentation. Remember that knowledge is power. Yeah. A little tidbit too, if you get a referral from somebody and that person knows the other person really well, get some tidbits, get some information so you know things about that person that are important too before you go. And the last but not least, it's okay to lose a prospect or an appointment because of pre-qualifying. It's better to lose them during the pre-qualifying process than to waste your time on the appointment.
That's right. That's right. Okay, excellent stuff. And that's there. That blog is available to everybody. Let me just see. I think I unshared. There we go. There's all of us. Hi. That's all available to you. And remember, tell your friends and associates who are interested in real estate that these meetings are recorded and they're available to any realtor who has an interest. And I will send all of our people the link to this so they can look at it. So try to get out there. It's getting much more views, which is nice. This information is getting out to the people who want it. So we're happy about that. So thanks, everybody. I'll let you get back to work, and we'll see you again next week.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.